Nothing in this Park Bo-gum video is trying to look extraordinary. And that is exactly what makes it worth pausing on. There's no stage. No dramatic pose. No line worth quoting. If you stripped away his name, the footage could pass for a home video, someone laughing in a cafe, someone messing around outdoors while a camera gets too close to his face. Rabbit News Hallyu exists for moments like this, where the smallest detail turns out to carry the most weight. Because that's the puzzle here. A video with almost no conventional star moment is still the one people remember. Not the outfit. Not a slogan. A smile. A glance. A reaction to someone waving a hand near the lens. So the real question isn't what happened in this clip. It's why so little seems to be happening, and why that absence works anyway. Start with the first setting. Park appears in what looks like a casual cafe environment, seated near other people, and the framing doesn't do what celebrity footage usually does. There's no visual wall separating him from the room. He isn't positioned at the center of a composition built to make him look important. He's just in it, smiling, glancing at the camera, letting the moment include him rather than revolve around him. That's a small technical choice with a bigger consequence. Most celebrity content is built on hierarchy, the star in the middle, the frame designed to remind you who matters most. Remove that hierarchy, even slightly, and something shifts in how the footage reads. It stops looking like a promotional moment and starts looking like a social one. But the cafe isn't where the video makes its strongest case. That happens outdoors. Here, Park is in practical sportswear, a headband holding his hair back, standing in a plain outdoor setting with none of the polish of a studio shoot. The camera moves in close enough that formal posing isn't really an option anymore. Someone near the lens makes hand gestures, and instead of holding a composed expression, Park plays along. His expression shifts. He responds. Eventually, he smiles straight into the camera. On paper, that's almost nothing. A guy reacting to a hand gesture. But this is where the curiosity gap opens, because the size of the gesture and the size of its effect don't match. A near-nothing moment is doing more work than a fully staged one usually does, and that mismatch is worth sitting with before moving to why. The likely answer sits in a distinction that's easy to overlook, the difference between admiration and closeness. A tightly controlled celebrity image can generate plenty of admiration. Audiences notice the styling, register the campaign, remember the face. But admiration doesn't automatically produce intimacy. It's possible to recognize a star completely and still feel like they exist somewhere far away, behind glass. What the outdoor footage does, deliberately or not, is remove some of that glass. A close-up reacting in real time to an unscripted gesture doesn't ask to be admired. It asks to be watched the way you'd watch a friend messing around, which is a very different emotional register. This is where the story moves past one video and into something closer to platform behavior. On short-form video, viewers aren't committing minutes to a narrative arc. They're making a decision in seconds, stay or scroll. A complicated story doesn't have time to land. A face, a reaction, something that reads as unscripted, can communicate personality faster than a fully produced advertisement ever could. It's worth being careful here because it's tempting to jump straight from "this clip works" to "this is how the whole industry should operate now." That jump is bigger than one video can support. What can be said more narrowly is this: in this specific case, a low production clip appears to be generating the kind of engagement that a heavily staged one might not. That's a data point, not a doctrine. Plenty of spectacle-driven content still performs well across the industry, and plenty of low-key content disappears without a trace. The available evidence here supports a narrower conclusion, that restraint is one effective tool in a specific format, not the only tool, and not a guaranteed one. Seen that way, Park's small physical reactions start to function almost like shorthand. A smile signals warmth without needing a sentence to explain it. Direct eye contact creates a sense of address. This feels aimed at the viewer, not just performed for a crew. A playful reaction to being teased by the camera reads as humor, and humor is one of the fastest ways to lower the emotional distance between a celebrity and an audience. None of this requires inventing anything about what Park was thinking or feeling in the moment. That would be reaching past what the footage actually shows. What can be said, based only on what's visible, is that the video isn't communicating Park Bo-gum is famous. Viewers already know that going in. It's communicating something narrower and more specific, that he's comfortable enough, in front of this particular camera, to let a small moment be a small moment instead of a performance. That distinction matters more than it sounds like it should, because it points to a broader question about how celebrity branding actually works when it works well, not through constant reminders of status, but through moments that feel, correctly or not, unguarded. Now put the two settings back together, because neither one tells the full story alone. The café sequence places Park inside a group, and the framing keeps him socially reachable, part of the room, not separated from it. The outdoor sequence does almost the opposite. It isolates him, brings the camera in tight, and turns the interaction into something one-on-one. Group scenes build the sense that he's approachable in a crowd. The solo, close-up scene builds the sense that he can hold attention without a crowd or a production budget behind him. Together, that's a wider range than most celebrity content manages in a single clip. It's one thing to be likable in a group setting where the pressure is distributed. It's another to hold a viewer's attention in a tight solo shot with nothing but a hand gesture and a change of expression to work with. This video does both, and that range is likely more useful to an actor's image than either scene would be on its own. Dramas need the solo intensity, endorsements and fan-facing content need the group warmth, and an image that can supply both without contradiction is a genuinely flexible asset. There's also a quieter point buried in how the two scenes are sequenced. Audiences don't process a café scene and an outdoor scene as two separate pieces of content, they process them as one continuous impression of a person. The group scene tells a viewer he fits into a room. The solo scene tells a viewer he can fill a frame by himself. Neither one, alone, would carry the same weight. It's the pairing that makes the impression feel complete, and that pairing is easy to miss if you only watch the clip once and move on, which is exactly what most viewers do. That's also why the earlier contrast, admiration versus closeness, deserves one more look. Admiration is something an audience gives to a finished product, a costume, a campaign, a performance executed well. Closeness is something an audience feels was given to them directly, even briefly, even through a screen. The outdoor sequence doesn't manufacture that feeling through dialogue or narrative. It manufactures it, if that's even the right word, simply by letting the camera get close enough and the reaction stay unscripted enough that the usual distance between celebrity and viewer temporarily collapses. Which brings the story back to where it started, a video with almost nothing in it that looks designed. That absence isn't a limitation here. It's the mechanism. The moment the footage stopped trying to look impressive, it became easier to watch, easier to feel close to, and, going by how the clip has circulated, easier to remember. This doesn't prove that every low-key celebrity clip will perform the same way. A single video can't establish a rule for an entire platform's behavior. But it does illustrate one version of a pattern worth watching for. Restraint, used well, can outperform spectacle in exactly the format where spectacle used to be the default strategy. It's also worth noting what this video doesn't do, because the omission is part of the point. There's no caption explaining the moment. No text overlay telling viewers how to feel about it. No narrative setup positioning this as a career milestone or a brand statement. The footage simply presents two ordinary scenes and trusts the viewer to do the rest, trusts that a smile lands as a smile, that a reaction to a hand gesture reads as genuine rather than directed. That's a quieter kind of confidence than the kind usually associated with celebrity marketing, and it may be exactly why the clip holds attention instead of just passing through it. Park Bo-gum's image, in this clip at least, doesn't get bigger to get more memorable. It gets closer. And for a viewer scrolling past dozens of polished, engineered moments in a single sitting, closer might be the harder thing to manufacture, and the harder thing